Your body is either building strength or slowly losing it every single day. Most people believe expensive supplements or trendy broths are the secret to staying strong with age, but science tells a different story. Hidden in everyday foods are powerful nutrients that can ignite muscle repair, protect mobility, and fight the silent condition known as sarcopenia. The foods you choose today can determine how energetic, independent, and resilient you remain tomorrow. In this speech, you'll discover how simple dietary changes can naturally support muscle growth, improve metabolism, and help your body stay powerful for decades without relying on complicated health trends or temporary fitness shortcuts. For years, bone broth has been promoted as one of the ultimate health foods for strength, recovery, and healthy aging. Many people believe it is the secret weapon for protecting muscles and preventing weakness as they grow older. While bone broth does contain valuable nutrients like collagen and minerals, the truth is that there are other foods far more powerful when it comes to building muscle and fighting sarcopenia. Some of the most effective muscle-supporting foods are not trendy or expensive at all. They are simple, accessible foods that provide the body with the exact nutrients muscles desperately need to survive and grow. One of the biggest differences between muscle-building foods and bone broth is protein quality. Muscle tissue depends heavily on essential amino acids, especially one called leucine. Leucine acts like a signal that tells the body to activate muscle repair and growth. Without enough leucine, muscles struggle to rebuild, no matter how many calories a person consumes. Bone broth contains some protein, but it is not especially rich in leucine compared to foods like eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, chicken, lentils, or cottage cheese. These foods provide complete protein profiles that directly support muscle maintenance. Eggs are one of the most powerful examples. Often underestimated, eggs contain high-quality protein along with nutrients like vitamin D, choline, and healthy fats that support overall body function. The protein in eggs is highly absorbable, meaning the body can efficiently use it for muscle repair. The yolk, which many people avoid, actually contains many of the nutrients that support healthy aging and muscle strength. Many fatty fish, such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel, also play a major role in muscle protection. They provide protein along with omega-3 fatty acids that help reduce inflammation inside the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of muscle breakdown. When inflammation remains elevated for years because of stress, poor diet, or lack of movement, muscles begin to weaken faster. Omega-3 fats help calm this process and may improve the body's ability to build new muscle tissue. Greek yogurt is another surprisingly effective food. It combines protein with probiotics that support gut health. This connection matters more than people realize because the gut influences nutrient absorption, immune function, and inflammation. A healthy digestive system helps the body better absorb the amino acids and minerals needed for muscle repair. Greek yogurt also contains calcium, which supports both muscles and bones together. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are especially important for people who prefer plant-based eating. These foods provide protein, fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants that support metabolic health. They also help stabilize blood sugar, which is critical because uncontrolled blood sugar can damage muscle tissue over time. Stable energy levels allow the body to function more efficiently and reduce the metabolic stress that contributes to aging. What makes these foods so powerful is not only their protein content, but also the combination of nutrients working together. Muscles require far more than calories to stay healthy. They need vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and antioxidants that reduce cellular damage and improve recovery. Highly processed foods often fail to provide these nutrients, leaving the body undernourished even when people feel full. Another important factor is meal timing and consistency. Muscles are constantly breaking down and rebuilding throughout the day. When the body goes too long without proper nourishment, muscle breakdown can accelerate. Many people skip breakfast or rely on sugary snacks that provide little nutritional value. Including protein-rich foods regularly throughout the day gives muscles a steady supply of building material. Main strength is also closely connected to blood circulation. Nutrient-rich foods improve circulation, delivering oxygen and amino acids to muscle tissue more effectively. Leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, and olive oil all support healthier blood vessels, which indirectly helps muscles receive the nourishment they need. The real secret to fighting sarcopenia is not one miracle food, but a consistent pattern of eating that supports muscle repair every day. The body responds to what it receives repeatedly. A single healthy meal will not transform muscle health overnight, but regular intake of muscle-supporting nutrients can slowly rebuild strength over time. Many people chase expensive supplements or health trends while ignoring the basics that science repeatedly supports. Whole foods rich in complete protein, healthy fats, and anti-inflammatory nutrients remain some of the most effective tools for maintaining strength and vitality. Muscles thrive when the body is nourished properly, challenged through movement, and protected from chronic inflammation and nutritional deficiencies. Your body is either building strength or slowly losing it every single day. Most people believe expensive supplements or trendy broths are the secret to staying strong with age, but science tells a different story. Hidden in everyday foods are powerful nutrients that can ignite muscle repair, protect mobility, and fight the silent condition known as sarcopenia. The foods you choose today can determine how energetic, independent, and resilient you remain tomorrow. In this speech, you'll discover how simple dietary changes can naturally support muscle growth, improve metabolism, and help your body stay powerful for decades without relying on complicated health trends or temporary fitness shortcuts. One of the most extraordinary abilities of the human body is its constant effort to repair and rebuild itself. Every day, muscle tissue is being broken down and rebuilt through movement, activity, stress, and recovery. But this rebuilding process cannot happen without the right nutritional signals. Among all nutrients, protein plays the most important role in activating the body's natural muscle repair system. Without enough high-quality protein, muscles gradually weaken, recovery slows down, and the risk of sarcopenia increases dramatically. Beta protein is made up of amino acids, often called the building blocks of life. These amino acids are essential because the body uses them to repair damaged tissue, build new muscle fibers, produce enzymes, and support immune function. Whenever muscles experience stress from walking, lifting, exercise, or even daily movement, tiny microscopic tears occur inside the muscle fibers. This is not harmful. In fact, it is part of how muscles become stronger. The body responds to this stress by rebuilding the fibers, thicker and more resilient than before. But this repair process depends heavily on receiving enough amino acids from food. Among all amino acids, leucine stands out as one of the most powerful triggers for muscle growth. Leucine acts like a switch that turns on the body's muscle-building machinery. Scientists often compare it to a key that unlocks muscle protein synthesis, the process responsible for repairing and creating muscle tissue. When leucine levels are too low, the body struggles to fully activate this system. That means muscles recover more slowly and may continue shrinking over time. Foods such as eggs, chicken, fish, dairy products, soybeans, lentils, and lean meats are rich in leucine and other essential amino acids. These foods provide complete proteins, meaning they contain all the amino acids the body needs for muscle maintenance. Many highly processed foods contain calories, but lack the protein quality necessary for proper repair. As a result, people may feel full while their muscles remain nutritionally deprived. The body's ability to use protein also changes with age. Younger adults can often maintain muscle with moderate protein intake, but aging muscles become less sensitive to protein signals. This means older adults frequently require more high-quality protein to stimulate the same muscle-building response. Unfortunately, many people eat less protein as they age due to smaller appetites, restrictive diets, digestive issues, or convenience-based eating habits. Over time, this creates a dangerous imbalance where muscle breakdown exceeds muscle rebuilding. Protein does more than simply increase muscle size. It helps preserve mobility, strength, balance, and independence. Strong muscles reduce the likelihood of falls and fractures, especially in older adults. Protein also supports metabolism because muscle tissue burns more energy than fat tissue, even while resting. Maintaining muscle helps the body regulate blood sugar more efficiently, lowering the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Another overlooked benefit of protein is its role in recovery and resilience during illness. When people become sick or injured, the body often breaks down muscle rapidly to access amino acids needed for survival. Individuals with greater muscle reserves usually recover faster and tolerate stress better than those with low muscle mass. In this way, muscle acts almost like a protective savings account for the body. Timing matters as well. Many people consume most of their protein at dinner while eating very little earlier in the day. Research increasingly suggests that spreading protein intake across meals may support more consistent muscle protein synthesis. A protein-rich breakfast, balanced lunch, and nourishing dinner can provide muscles with steady support throughout the day. Band exercise and protein work together like partners. Resistance training sends a signal that muscles need to adapt and grow stronger, while protein provides the raw materials required for that adaptation. Without movement, even high protein intake becomes less effective. Without protein, exercise alone cannot fully rebuild muscle tissue. The combination of strength-building activity and nutrient-rich foods creates the strongest defense against muscle decline. Sleep and stress management are also deeply connected to protein utilization. During deep sleep, the body performs much of its repair work, releasing hormones that help rebuild tissue. Chronic stress increases cortisol, a hormone that can break down muscle when elevated for long periods. Even a perfect diet struggles to protect muscles when recovery systems are constantly disrupted. The encouraging reality is that the muscle repair system responds quickly to positive changes. Even people who have experienced years of inactivity can begin rebuilding strength through better nutrition and consistent movement. The body eye. Most people think of muscles only in terms of appearance or physical strength, but muscles are deeply connected to nearly every system in the body. They influence energy levels, immunity, metabolism, balance, and even how long a person may live. Strong muscles are not simply a sign of fitness. They are one of the clearest indicators of overall health and resilience. Research continues to show that maintaining muscle strength as people age is closely linked to lower disease risk, better recovery from illness, and a longer, healthier life. Yet, one of the most surprising connections is the relationship between muscle and the immune system. Muscle tissue acts like a storage reserve for amino acids, which are critical during times of stress or infection. When the body becomes sick, it often requires extra protein to produce immune cells, repair tissue, and fight inflammation. If muscle mass is low, the body has fewer reserves available during illness. This can weaken recovery and leave the body more vulnerable to complications. Doublengent healthy muscle also produces signaling molecules known as myokines. These substances are released during movement and exercise and have powerful anti-inflammatory effects throughout the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the major drivers of aging and disease. It contributes to heart disease, diabetes, joint damage, cognitive decline, and muscle breakdown itself. When muscles are active and healthy, they help counteract inflammation and support better immune function. And physical inactivity creates the opposite effect. When muscles weaken from lack of use, the body often enters a state of metabolic decline. Blood sugar becomes harder to regulate, circulation may worsen, and inflammatory processes can increase. Over time, this weakens both the immune system and the body's ability to recover from stress. People who lose significant muscle mass often become trapped in a cycle where weakness leads to less movement, and less movement leads to even greater weakness. And muscles are also essential for controlling blood sugar levels. After eating, muscles absorb glucose from the bloodstream and use it for energy. This process helps prevent dangerous spikes in blood sugar and reduces strain on the pancreas. When muscle mass declines, the body becomes less efficient at removing glucose from circulation. This increases the risk of insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. In many ways, muscles function like a metabolic shield that protects the body from chronic disease. Another important connection involves the cardiovascular system. Strong muscles improve circulation because movement encourages healthy blood flow throughout the body. Physical activity strengthens the heart and helps blood vessels remain flexible. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients reach tissues more efficiently, including the brain and immune system. Poor muscle health, on the other hand, is often associated with reduced mobility, lower endurance, and increased cardiovascular strain. Muscle strength also plays a major role in protecting independence later in life. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury among older adults, and weak muscles dramatically increase that risk. Leg strength, balance, and coordination help people react quickly and maintain stability. Even simple tasks like climbing stairs, standing from a chair, or walking safely depend on healthy muscle function. Losing these abilities can lead to reduced confidence, isolation, and loss of independence. What many people do not realize is that muscle strength may be more important than body weight when predicting long-term health. A person can appear thin yet still have dangerously low muscle mass. Others may carry extra weight but remain metabolically healthier because they have preserved strong muscle tissue. Studies repeatedly show that people with greater muscle strength tend to have lower mortality rates regardless of age. But by end, the connection between muscles and longevity becomes even more important during illness or hospitalization. People with stronger muscles often recover faster after surgery, infections, or injury because their bodies have greater reserves of energy and protein. Muscle acts like a protective buffer during physical stress. Those with low muscle mass may struggle more during recovery because the body lacks the resources needed for repair. Bound to nutrition, movement, and sleep all influence this relationship between strength and immunity. Protein-rich foods provide the amino acids muscles need to repair themselves. Resistance exercise stimulates muscle growth and encourages the release of beneficial myokines. Deep sleep allows the body to perform recovery processes that rebuild tissue and regulate immune activity. When these habits work together consistently, they create a powerful foundation for healthy aging. The human body was designed to stay active, resilient, and adaptable. Muscles are not only tools for movement, they are deeply connected. Many people assume muscle loss happens naturally with age and that there is little they can do to prevent it. While aging does influence muscle health, everyday habits often play a much bigger role than people realize. In fact, some of the most common daily routines quietly accelerate muscle breakdown year after year. These habits may seem harmless in the moment, but over time they weaken the body, slow metabolism, and increase the risk of sarcopenia. The frightening part is that millions of people repeat these patterns every single day without recognizing the long-term damage they may be causing. One of the biggest contributors to muscle loss after the age of 40 is physical inactivity. Modern life encourages sitting for long periods, whether at work, in cars, or in front of screens. Muscles survive and grow through regular use. When they are not challenged, the body begins breaking them down because unused muscle requires energy to maintain. Even people who exercise occasionally may still experience negative effects if they spend most of the day inactive. Long periods of sitting reduce circulation, decrease muscle stimulation, and slow metabolic activity throughout the body. Another major issue is inadequate protein intake. Protein T intake. As people age, muscles become less responsive to protein signals, meaning the body requires more high-quality protein to maintain muscle tissue. Yet many adults eat diets dominated by processed carbohydrates, sugary snacks, and convenience foods that contain little nutritional value. Breakfast is often skipped or replaced with refined foods that provide quick energy but no meaningful muscle support. Over time, muscles are left without the amino acids needed for repair and rebuilding. Band crash dieting and extreme calorie restriction also damage muscle health. Many people focus entirely on weight loss without considering what type of tissue the body is losing. Rapid weight loss often leads to muscle breakdown, especially when diets are low in protein and combined with little resistance exercise. The body may become smaller on the scale while simultaneously becoming weaker internally. Losing muscle slows metabolism, making it easier to regain fat later and harder to maintain energy levels. Poor sleep is another hidden factor accelerating muscle decline. During deep sleep, the body releases hormones involved in muscle repair and recovery. When sleep quality suffers, these repair systems become less effective. Chronic sleep deprivation also increases cortisol, a stress hormone that can promote muscle breakdown when elevated for long periods. Many adults live with constant fatigue, irregular sleep schedules, or excessive screen exposure late at night, all of which interfere with the body's natural recovery process. Being distressed itself has a profound effect on muscle health. Long-term emotional stress keeps the body in a heightened state of inflammation and hormonal imbalance. High cortisol levels signal the body to conserve energy and may encourage the breakdown of muscle tissue over time. Stress also influences behavior, often leading to poor food choices, overeating, inactivity, or reduced motivation for exercise. This creates a cycle where both physical and mental health gradually deteriorate together. Beating and alcohol consumption can further accelerate muscle loss, especially when combined with poor nutrition. Excessive alcohol interferes with protein synthesis, reduces recovery capacity, and disrupts sleep quality. It can also impair nutrient absorption, leaving the body deficient in vitamins and minerals essential for muscle function. While occasional consumption may not create major harm, regular heavy drinking can significantly weaken the body's ability to maintain strength. Another overlooked habit is avoiding resistance training. Many people believe walking alone is enough to preserve muscle, but muscles require resistance and challenge to stay strong. Resistance exercises such as lifting weights, using resistance bands, or bodyweight movements send signals that encourage muscle maintenance and growth. Without these signals, muscle fibers gradually shrink. This decline becomes more noticeable after 40 because the body naturally loses muscle more easily with age. Highly processed diets filled with sugar, trans fats, and refined foods also contribute to chronic inflammation. Inflammation damages cells and interferes with the body's ability to repair tissue effectively. Nutrient-poor diets leave muscles deprived of essential vitamins like vitamin D, magnesium, and B vitamins, all of which support muscle function and energy production. Staying strong and active throughout life does not require extreme diets, expensive supplements, or complicated fitness routines. In many cases, the most powerful changes come from simple foods eaten consistently every day. The human body is constantly rebuilding itself, and muscles respond remarkably well when they receive the right nutrients over time. Small daily choices can determine whether the body becomes stronger and more resilient with age, or gradually weaker and more fragile. One of the most important habits for preserving muscle is eating enough high-quality protein throughout the day. Muscles need a steady supply of amino acids to repair and maintain themselves. Foods like eggs, fish, chicken, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, lentils, beans, and nuts provide the building blocks muscles require for growth and recovery. Instead of relying on one large protein-heavy meal at night, spreading protein intake across breakfast, lunch, and dinner gives the body continuous support for muscle repair. Eggs are especially valuable because they contain complete protein along with nutrients like vitamin D and choline that support muscle and brain health. A simple breakfast containing eggs can provide long-lasting energy while helping maintain strength. Greek yogurt is another powerful option because it combines protein with probiotics that improve gut health and nutrient absorption. When digestion functions properly, the body becomes more efficient at using the nutrients needed for recovery and energy production. Mean to fatty fish, such as salmon and sardines, offer a unique combination of protein and omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation, which is one of the hidden causes of muscle decline and aging. Chronic inflammation damages tissues and slows recovery, but anti-inflammatory foods help protect muscles from unnecessary breakdown. Even adding fish to meals a few times each week can provide important benefits for strength and heart health. Beans, lentils, and chickpeas are excellent plant-based foods that support long-term muscle health. They contain protein, fiber, magnesium, iron, and antioxidants that improve metabolic function and stabilize blood sugar. Balanced blood sugar levels are critical because constant spikes and crashes place stress on the body and may contribute to inflammation and fatigue. Fiber-rich foods also help maintain digestive health, which influences immune function and nutrient absorption. Leafy green vegetables play an important supporting role as well. Foods like spinach, kale, and broccoli contain vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that help muscles function properly. Magnesium, potassium, and vitamin K contribute to muscle contraction, recovery, and bone support. These vegetables also improve circulation by supporting healthier blood vessels, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach muscle tissue more effectively. Healthy fats are another key part of staying strong with age. Olive oil, avocados, seeds, and nuts help support hormone production, brain health, and inflammation control. Many people fear dietary fat, but the right fats are essential for recovery and energy. Nuts and seeds also provide minerals like zinc and magnesium that assist with muscle repair and immune support. Hydration is often overlooked when discussing muscle health. Muscles depend on proper hydration to function efficiently. Even mild dehydration can reduce energy, increase fatigue, and impair physical performance. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps maintain circulation, nutrient delivery, and joint health. Many people mistake dehydration for tiredness or weakness without realizing their body simply needs more fluids. Daily movement is equally important alongside nutrition. Muscles thrive when they are challenged consistently. Walking, climbing stairs, stretching, carrying groceries, gardening, or performing resistance exercises all send signals that encourage muscles to stay active and strong. Strength does not require perfection. What matters most is regular movement repeated over time. Sleep also acts as a hidden foundation for muscle health. During deep sleep, the body repairs damaged tissue, restores energy, and regulates hormones involved in recovery. Poor sleep weakens these repair systems and increases stress hormones that can contribute to muscle breakdown. Prioritizing restful sleep may improve strength and energy more than many people expect. Torre. One of the most powerful truths about healthy aging is that simple habits practiced consistently often outperform extreme short-term efforts. The body responds to daily patterns. Nutritious foods, regular movement, proper sleep, hydration, and stress management work together to create lasting strength and resilience. So, even small improvements repeated every day can gradually transform energy levels, mobility, and overall quality of life. The path to staying active and independent for life is not built on quick fixes or temp